Alright guys, I'm back and today I'm going to do my WWE WrestleMania 33 Dream card. Now this is my this is kind of my thing that I'm going to tell you guys. This is my card that I've read, what I've jotted down on my phone. So this is kind of my idea. I'm just basically telling you guys, a couple of things what I think might happen. What I want to happen, going into WrestleMania and stuff like that. So this is my dream card. So this is the card that I want to see at WrestleMania. So if the WWE can book it better, all the way WWE, I want you WWE to match the card that I match and see how it comes across on television and stuff like that. So I might have a lot of matches on here, but I just went a lot. I went down with a lot of matches here. So for my first match, I'm going to go with Rusev versus Enzo. Now, this feud recently on Raw has been really good. I've been really liking the hotel segments. The segment when they were in the hotel, and they were basically, Lana was trying to seduce Enzo. I really like that segment there. So I think maybe they're going to build to a WrestleMania match there. So Rusev versus Enzo is my first match. Then you have Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Now, they've been really pushing Braun Strowman the last couple of months, ever since he split from the Wyatt family, and he's really impressed as a singles wrestler. And eventually, they're going to put that US strap on Braun Strowman. So I'm going to say we're going to have a Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns feud, probably after WrestleMania. Well, going into WrestleMania. And they're probably going to put the title on Braun Strowman then. Make him have a big WrestleMania moment, which is going to be cool there. So, Braun Strowman Roman Reigns is my second match. Third match is for the Raw Women's title, Bayley versus Charlotte. Now, they've been building up Bayley for the last couple of weeks to be this big baby face on Raw, and they've been giving her TV time, and it looks like Bayley's going to be... It looks like to me that they're going to give Bayley the go-ahead to end Charlotte's pay-per-view streak, because they've been really building up this pay-per-view streak of Charlotte's for over a year now. So, they need somebody up-and-coming in the women's division to really benefit from it, and who better than Bayley? A lot of people last couple months ago was like, oh, Bayley's going to go down to NXT. I know that she was lost in the shuffle, but the last couple of weeks, she's been on TV, and looks like they're giving a push, and it looks like Charlotte versus Bayley, and this looks like it could be a good feud. I mean, obviously the days of NXT they could bring up, like they've already brought up their 4 horsewoman stable, so good stuff there already. When this phone focuses. Then we have Becky versus Naomi for the SmackDown title. Now, I said this before the whole thing on SmackDown Live last night, so I said this before that. So I don't know if it's gonna be for the women's title, but it looks like Becky versus Naomi anyway. That would be an awesome match right there. I mean, Naomi's just athletic, and Becky, for me, I'm not a fan of her. I don't know, her character's not there. I think Becky needs to turn heel, but it looks like Naomi's turning heel, which is awesome anyway. I like Naomi as a face, but her as a heel, I just think that she's a lot better as a heel. I think that I don't know, I think she comes across a lot better as a heel Naomi. Same as Becky Lynch right there. And then I see an IC title match for the, an IC title match. Now, you've got the last couple of years we've had, the ladder matches, or we've had a ladder match. Over the last couple of years we've had that big match at WrestleMania. Now, obviously, the last 2 WrestleManias we've had ladder matches. WrestleMania 31 and WrestleMania 32 we've had ladder matches for the IC title. Now, this year we're going to have another one. We've got to do. Because the WWE's got to have that excitement match. Over the years we've had the Money in the Bank match, we've had the TLC matches, and now the traditional the traditional ladders match is the IC title match now for the WrestleMania. So it's like your big monkey spot match right there. So it looks like to me that the Miz Daniel Bryan wants the Miz to lose the IC title strap. So in my opinion, the one guy they're going to probably put it on is somebody. Why did you not put it on somebody like Samoa Joe? Yes, you're probably saying, why Samoa Joe? Shouldn't he be high on the card? Yes, but if you put it on Samoa Joe and make him like a monster heel like you did on NXT, you're going to have great television, man. Like him squashing all the guys, or maybe put it on a Ty Dillinger. Just think about putting it on somebody like a Ty Dillinger or a Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe being a dominant heel, or you could put it on somebody like a Ty Dillinger, who is over with the crowd. He's not super over, but he's over with this whole 10-10-10 gimmick. I mean, if you want to push it merch-wise with Ty Dillinger, why not go all the way with a IC title run with Ty Dillinger? I think he should have been called up to NXT this year in the draft, but he got kind of lost in the shuffle. Well, it looks like to me he's been losing kind of a lot of matches on NXT, and it looks like it's been rumored that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble. So if that's true, and they're going to build it to a Miz and Ty Dillinger feud, which Miz was talking about on Twitter, he was like giving heat to Ty Dillinger on like Twitter about being on NXT too long and stuff like that. So it looks like to me that dude was teasing a little Miz and Ty Dillinger feud on Twitter. I don't know if that was true or not, but if it is, put the title on Ty Dillinger, then you can have a Ty Dillinger versus Miz feud after WrestleMania. At least it's been thought out. I mean, that's how I would book it anyway. I mean, you know, this whole 10 gimmick thing could go quite far for the WWE, and it could sell you a lot of merch. Get t-shirts out there, get towels, whatever, sweatbands, just whatever. This gimmick could get over. I mean, it's already over, but it could get big, you know what I mean? And then we have Lesnar vs. Goldberg. Like I said this at Survivor Series. I know that we're going to have this match between Lesnar and Goldberg again, where Lesnar's finally going to Goldberg clean, and that's it. Goldberg's going to ride off into the sunset with his family, and probably go into the Hall of Fame. So there we go. Triple H vs. Seth Rollins. Now, this feud to me has been like, I don't know, it's been kind of slow build, like really slow. Like, I've been thinking, oh, man, when is Triple H going to come to Raw and like confront Seth Rollins and really get this feud going? And I think they're going to do that after or in the Royal Rumble, where Triple H is going to cost Seth Rollins his chance to become WWE, well, his chance to win the Royal Rumble, or the night after WrestleMania. The night before, the night after the Royal Rumble. I am watching here, I don't know why. Anyway, the night before the Royal Rumble. They have to do that night after the Royal Rumble or in the Royal Rumble match, in my opinion. They just have to do it there to get this Triple H feud and Seth Rollins feud between Rollins and Triple H really going. They have to really get it really good, because, you know, not many people are going to be interested in the feud if it's just basically Seth Rollins cutting promos. We know how good Triple H is at cutting good heel promos. And when Triple H is in a good storyline, what people care about, well, you know, whenever Triple H is in a good storyline, he makes, you know, good television. I mean, look, he's my favorite wrestler of all time. I got a Triple H t-shirt on, man. He's my favorite wrestler of all time, so obviously. And then we have the New Day Triple Threat match. Now, I've said that a New Day Triple Threat match because I see the New Day breaking up. I don't see the WWE keeping these three guys together, because at some point they're going to have to break these guys up, because the fans already are booing them. I know they got a good reaction in Chicago, but eventually you're going to have to break these guys up, and it looks like after the Royal Rumble they're going to break the New Day up, and then we're going to have a New Day Triple Threat match. And the one guy that should go over in this match is Big E. Big E has more potential. Well, they all have potential, but if you want to really make a big star in the WWE, do it with Big E. I mean, at least push Big E to the Universal title. I mean, make this guy a main eventer. I mean, this guy has improved leaps and bounds since I have seen him a couple years ago on the main roster. He's got more charisma. He's got more. He's got better in the ring. He can put on great matches. So why not push a Big E in 2017? Why not focus Raw around Big E as a monster heel? Why not? It's just so simple booking from the WWE standpoint. And just let him run with it. He could be like a new kind of monster on Raw. They haven't had a real proper monster on Raw, really. Him and Braun Strowman could be the two focused guys in 2017 that they could focus their Raw brand run with a Finn Balor, and you could maybe have, if AJ Styles going over to Raw, an AJ Styles. So there you go. They could be your featured guys. So you don't have to rely on a Bill Goldberg, or you don't have to rely on a Brock Lesnar every couple of months. If you build your company around a Braun Strowman, a Big E, Seth Rollins, Big Cass, Enzo, all these other guys, then you won't have to really have these part-timers come in anymore, because these guys would hopefully get over enough so you won't have the part-timers come in every couple of months for a Survivor Series or for a SummerSlam or for, you know, anything like that. They would only just come in for a WrestleMania. So yeah, that's my whole thing about that. But I think Big E could be a big star if he has the chance and if he's given the right character after the New Day. Then we have Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. In my opinion, I know that this was going to happen because obviously when they put Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton in a feud, they teamed them up, and then obviously they've been teasing some tension on SmackDown recently, last night. So obviously they're going to have a Bray Wyatt Randy Orton feud, and I hope, that, or they're going to have to do a triple threat match where they're going to have Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton. And the most logical thing to do with that is to have Bray Wyatt go over clean. I cannot believe that Bray Wyatt has not won clean at a WrestleMania yet. Of all he's faced guys like John Cena, The Undertaker at WrestleMania, at back-to-back WrestleManias. Can anybody else on the roster say that? On the current main event, on the current roster right now, say that they've faced two WWE future Hall of Famers, two future Hall of Famers in the business, and Undertaker and John Cena. They cannot really. Back-to-back WrestleManias facing a John Cena and then Undertaker. They cannot say that. And why are they not capitalizing on that? Because, I don't know why, because Bray Wyatt really needs a clean as a whistle win at WrestleMania 33 against Randy Orton. Because if you have any emphasis of building SmackDown Live around Bray Wyatt and probably building him up to be a WWE champion at some point, then you need to have Bray Wyatt win these big pay-per-view matches like he did at Survivor Series. So I do not want to see Randall Keith Orton beat Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. It should be Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's the guy that they should focus around. Luke Harper, he's a mid-carder. I don't really care about him that much. But Bray Wyatt is your guy. And Bray Wyatt, man, is going to be the guy that is going to carry your company in the next 5 to 10 years. Randy Orton's getting older now. He's 36, 37. He's not the young guy as he used to be now. So let, a young guy like Bray Wyatt take over. You know what I mean? Take over that spot. And let him become a big star on SmackDown Live. And then you have Cesaro and Sheamus versus The Revival. Now, I said this because it looks like to me that the WWE are going to keep this Cesaro and Sheamus tag team around for a bit. So I think a perfect opponent for those guys to have a really good match at WrestleMania is The Revival. Now, The Revival have been a tag team that I've been really impressed with this year on NXT. I just really love their character work, and I love how they can, when you put them in a ring with anybody, look at their matches with the American Alpha and Jason Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. When they had those two matches against those two tag teams, they had the best matches of the fucking night, man. Like, NXT TakeOver Toronto, I was watching that and I was fucking blown away with that fucking finish. When they was both, ripping each other to they didn't want to tap out in that match, but they had to anyway. Fucking great. I loved it. But I don't want them to get buried on Raw. So, there you go. But I do really want the Revival to get called to the main roster before WrestleMania so they can have the big WrestleMania moment and take the straps off Cesaro and Sheamus. And then I don't know where they're going to go with Cesaro and Sheamus after this. I don't know where the booking goes after that. But that's what I want to see happen. And then we have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Now, I know I said Samoa Joe should win the IC title, but I'm now saying Ty Dillinger should win the Royal Rumble, and I give my reason earlier about that. But now I'm saying Samoa Joe should win it. If you're going to build Samoa Joe up as this monster heel like he was on NXT, you got to let him win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Because here's a guy who for many years has been underrated in a TNA, and when he comes to the WWE, he was booked so damn well on NXT for the last 2 years that when he does come to the main roster, he's going to be booked like a fucking beast out there. He's going to be booked like a fucking monster. Like, when you look at a Samoa Joe, you're going to say, that motherfucker's going to kill me in the ring if you see him in the street. You know what I mean? He's going to be so intense that he's going to kill you and stuff. But, Samoa Joe's got to win that thing. I don't see anybody else who should win it. They need to put, maybe it's Shinsuke Nakamura, but I see big points for Shinsuke. I see him maybe feuding with a AJ Styles down the road again, or maybe a Finn Balor again. I don't know. I see big things with Shinsuke, so I don't see him needing to win at WrestleMania if he is going to debut, at WrestleMania in that Battle Royal. But I don't know if that's going to happen because he's going to be still in the feud with Rude. So I don't know. But my win for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is going to be Samoa Joe. And the last 2 matches on the card are, well, the last 3 matches are Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. I don't have to tell you guys about this. They can do things with a Bullet Club and stuff like that in a brand versus brand thing. They've done brand versus brand matches before on WrestleMania. They did it a couple years ago also with Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker when Shawn was on Raw and Taker was on SmackDown and Batista was on SmackDown and Umaga was on Raw. So they've done that before. They've done that before a lot of times, like a battle of the brands kind of thing. But yeah, I think that'd be a good storm between Finn Balor and AJ Styles. They never really feuded. They didn't feud in New Japan because the time when Finn Balor was going over to WWE, AJ just made his way over to New Japan, and they can bring up the Bullet Club, and then the Bullet Club can interfere, and I don't know, a lot of things can happen there. Who would get the win? I would probably give the win to a Finn Balor, but AJ Styles have been red hot in 2016. Would you give the win to an AJ Styles, or would you give it to a young guy? I don't know how you put that, but yeah. Maybe I would give it to AJ Styles, and then if you want Finn Balor, maybe give the win to AJ. Let them have, I don't know, maybe give AJ the win at WrestleMania, and then at SummerSlam, Finn Balor gets his win back. And then you can go over to maybe a Survivor Series where they have, I don't know what they can do at Survivor Series, where AJ or Finn Balor have a false count winning match. I don't know. But that's just me long-term booking. Like, this is past WrestleMania 33, man. So I don't know. And then we have Cena versus Jericho. No, why is it Cena versus Jericho? Cena versus Undertaker. Now, this has been the money draw match. Now, this is my big money draw match for WrestleMania 33. This is the match that has to happen at WrestleMania 33. I don't care if you don't like this match or not, because if you are thinking of a business standpoint of things, the WWE really needs that money drawing match to really get people invested into a WrestleMania. And I cannot think of a bigger dream match than an Undertaker and a John Cena match. 2 big icons in the professional wrestling industry going head to head. They have both paid their ways in their eras, like the Undertaker in the Attitude Era and the Next Generation Era. And you've had Cena in the Ruthless Aggression Era and in this PG era and stuff like that. So you've really had the 2 guys who've pioneered 2 eras colliding at WrestleMania. And who would go over there? I mean, you've got John Cena, who is going after his 16th world title, but you've got, on the other hand, a guy in The Undertaker who's a fucking legend in the business, no doubt about it, who has lost at WrestleMania, wants to Brock Lesnar, and he's got a kind of a little streak going again, because he's beaten like Bray Wyatt and he's beaten Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 31 and 32. So, do you build up a new streak, or do you have John Cena go after his 16th world title? Now, if I was WWE, I would let John Cena go after the 16th world title. And I know people are saying, like, why the hell are you letting? Why do you want Cena to be 16th world champion? Because I want to see somebody tie the record. Now, I want it to be Triple H. My favorite wrestler of all time. It would have been cool, but I mean, let's face it, John Cena's going to do it someday, so let him do it at WrestleMania. He has a big moment. Then he can drop it to maybe a young guy like a Shinsuke Nakamura when he gets called up. Then after that, Cena can ride off into the sunset, and that's it. Cena and Taker that's it. They can go into the Hall of Fame or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I would put. When Cena wins this world title, you've got to have somebody young and up and coming, or somebody who's been built up well on NXT, like a Samoa Joe, or somebody like a Shinsuke Nakamura, or somebody like a Bobby Roode, to really, win the WWE title from a John Cena, to make it really a big moment for one of those guys at maybe a SummerSlam or at Survivor Series. So when they finally win the belt, they're like, finally, we beat a 16-time world champion in John Cena, and that's pretty impressive right there. And then the final match on my WrestleMania 33 dream card is Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho, the 2 best friends of the WWE, the 2 best characters right now in the WWE on Raw, and really they are carrying Monday Night Raw. And without those two guys, man, I don't know where I would be watching, if I would be watching Raw or reviewing Raw. without those two guys entertaining me and just coming out with the one lines like, "It," and "You just made the list," and stuff like that. Like, that's pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I just really loved how they just gelled together. Like, their chemistry is just awesome. And when they have this feud at WrestleMania, I just think it's going to be so awesome, man. Like, their matches are going to be fucking tearing it up. I can just see a good match. And the guy who should go over is got to be KO. KO needs to go over. He's the younger guy. He's the guy that the WWE are going to be focusing on in the future. Chris Jericho, he knows that. I mean, he's the guy that is there to make young stars. And he's probably going to be happy that he's going to be making another young star in, hopefully, a KO. And in the future, they can benefit from this. And in the next 5 to 10 years, you can watch this video of mine and think, you know what, CJ was right. You know, they built up this guy, and then look at him now. I don't know, I could be wrong, but who knows. So that's my WrestleMania 33 dream card. What do you guys think of my dream card? I might leave it in the comment section below, guys. Remember to hit the notification button when I upload, and I'll chat you later.